All right. Sean, are we all set?
Give me 1 sec. It's just setting up
Okay.
the stream. It's 80% and I believe. Okay, we're good.
All right. Well, it's nice to see everyone here on this beautiful day. And I will call to order the Amity Regional Board of Education High School Building Committee meeting for June 3rd, 2026. Uh, our, our first item would be discussion and possible action on the minutes from the building committee meeting from January 27th, 2026. Um,
I'll make the motion to approve.
and just, okay,
I'll second.
any discussion?
Hold on.
All right. Um,
So
Lisa,
I
what's the
do think,
easiest way for you is it just everybody say they approve, say yes?
no, since we're live streaming and we're only video, Lisa actually has to call a roll.
Okay,
So that's why she's here.
Okay, I'm gonna do it in order of the tiles on my screen, so depending on what your screen looks like. Mr. DeRosa,
Yes.
Mr. Reed,
yes.
Miss Hulse,
Yes.
Miss Loomis,
Yes.
Miss Cleveland, is she?
No, she's
Okay,
a
I
yes.
didn't think so. I'm sorry. Dr. Byers,
Yes.
Miss Roland, Mr. Roland,
I'm going to abstain. I wasn't here for that meeting.
Mr. Martoni,
Yes.
Mr. Hauser,
I'm also going to abstain. I missed the last meeting.
Mr. Clark,
Yes.
Mr. Young,
I'm going to abstain only because I didn't get a chance to review it.
Miss Rebuse.
I'm going to abstain. I wasn't at part of the last committee meeting.
Motion carries.
All right. So the next item would be public comment. Did we get, and we did not get, I believe, any requests for public comment?
No, we did not.
Okay, so then the next item would be presentation, discussion, and possible action on recommendation of contractor for Amity Regional High School Library Media Center project.
So I'll turn it over to Amanda Cleveland just to speak a bit to the note that you, or letter you all received today.
Perfect. Everyone can hear me, correct?
Gotcha.
Yes. Okay. So over the last few days, I believe our bid opening was on Thursday of last week. It was Wednesday or Thursday. We received 6 bids from our RFP for the Library Media Center. This is construction only, so it's not for FF&E. And of that, we had 6 bidders. I believe 5 out of the 6 were construction managers. 1 was a GC. They ranged between 2.4 million and 3.4. 5 out of them were 5 out of the 6 were 2.4 to 2.6. There was 1 outlier at 3.4. Based on that information, we then called the lowest 3 bidders. Just for the safety sake of it, should any information pop up between those lowest 3 that might trigger some other questions for additional bidders that may or may not disqualify, we did want to make sure that we had our bases covered. So it is apparent that A. Preddy is the lowest bidder. So we contacted not only their references to check on what was their responsiveness, their quality of work, completing the project on time, just from general demeanor and how they kept the job site, to calling the contractor themselves, trying to understand if they were clear on the bid documents. Did they have any ambiguities that may not have been reflective of their bid? Were there any exclusions that were not clearly stated in their bid, which all came back favorably? We asked some additional questions just about how they track their submittals and change order, just for how the project runs. And then just generally, do they self-perform all of the work? Are they hiring subcontractors or see any issues with meeting the schedule? So based on all of that information, as well as our staff having had recent project experience with APREDI that was all favorable, that is why we have issued the recommendation of award to APREDI in the amount of $2,476,000. So I'll open it for any questions if anybody has any questions.
I mean, I think the one question I have, which I'm pretty sure we saw in the bid documents, but Amanda, maybe you can confirm for the committee, they have done work in school facilities in the past. Is that correct?
Correct.
And Jen, I'm sorry, you mentioned that we received a letter today. I didn't receive anything.
So I sent it out to who got the packet notice and the link to the meeting. I thought I responded to all those people there. Did you not get the letter and the tabulation sheet and the motion?
I did not.
Did anyone else get it?
I got it.
Okay.
No, I don't
I'm sorry, I
think
didn't check the names. I just went by who got the packet and sent it out. And I
That's
don't
okay.
know.
Tara, do you want me to put the links in the chat or send them to Megan now?
Yeah, if you could maybe drop it into the chat, that would
Sure.
be easiest.
I'll do it right now.
Thanks, Lisa. One quick question. How does the roughly 2.5 compare to what was estimated?
That is a good question. So looking back, there's two things that I go back and I look at. I look at our construction cost estimate, which we had total construction cost at about 2.2 or $2,230,845 with soft costs added on to that. That gave us a total project cost of 3.152. So we're approximately about not quite $200,000 more than what we had projected, but we're not too far off. It's actually a pretty tight number. So essentially what we'd be looking at now with an overall project cost of 3.152, what we have left to procure is actually the FF&E budget. So we had a placeholder of about $615,500 for FF&E, and that's based off of estimates that we've received from our contractors off of state contract. Now, there has been a change over with the state. They no longer do Connecticut State Contract, it's MHEC. The major difference is Connecticut State Contract had everything as one lump sum unit price, where now MHEC says, here's the unit price for the furniture, and now here's a price for delivery and install. So we're seeing lower prices on the pieces per unit, but we're seeing a little bit higher cost as far as the delivery and the installation. But we did go into that with a little bit of buffer put into it just because, we were pricing this back out in, I can tell you the date we estimated. So we were estimating back in November of 2025, knowing that we weren't going to be building until summer of 2026 and installing close to almost 2027. So we put in a placeholder, a little buffer zone between 10 to 15%. And just seeing where the world is right now with tariffs and the war and uncertainty in the market, that little buffer is sort of our helper to cover the gap. So our next step, if this motion is approved at the 2.4 for construction, would be to go back and revisit the FF&E costs and confirm our numbers. That fluff would then be taken out and you'll be seeing some real dollars. And if we are greater than what I would essentially do is take our 2.4 number, we know we're roughly about $200,000 over. We would see whether or not we can make that $200,000 up in our FF&E, either by just seeing better pricing in the market today, or are there items where we could either eliminate them altogether because they're nice to haves but not must haves, hold them to the end of the project because maybe we don't spend our contingencies and so we might have that money left over. Or can we ask our vendors, do they have something of equal quality, same aesthetics, but maybe at a less dollar value. So that's the FF&E is where we'll make up that gap.
Thank you.
I do have a question. So how did they do with the schedule?
Schedule was good. There was a question in the beginning as far as how the bids were filled out. APREDI actually provided everything to us. The one thing that we wanted to clarify is when it had the number of days to start on their bid form, they had 30. That 30 is actually related to when physical work would actually happen. They are prepared to begin work with actually a letter of intent. So if tomorrow, if contracts are not signed, they would accept a letter of intent and begin the process, which would entail mobilization. So they would start their submittal and shop drawing review, engaging, doing kickoff meetings and getting all of that started. So they're actually ready to hit the ground day one of approval.
And completion date is when?
Completion date, so we had 2 dates in our RFP. There is a end of December for project completion, which basically says substantial where you have beneficial use of the project. And then I believe we had a March date, which was basically all of your paperwork, all the closeout documents would be finalized, and the building committee would be able to say they are fully complete. And there was no issue when asked if they could meet that schedule.
And they're prepared to put a full team on this and not like have a lot of dead time, like 1 week we only have a couple people there working.
That is correct. And that's why we also asked the question about self-perform versus sub. We want to make sure that when they start, that unless there is something physically that prevents them from moving forward, which might be caused by our team or an unforeseen condition, that there are no other projects that they have in their pipeline that would prohibit them from being fully active on this one.
Now, when you interviewed them, did you research their subs along with them?
We did not.
Do a list of their subs?
They did not provide a list of their subs.
And they're aware that their work site would be right in the middle of a high school that's actually in session?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
How does-
we had the mandatory walkthrough, so they were there and saw it, and it was during the school day.
Jen, how do we handle that from a security perspective?
So I think last time, correct me, Sean and Steve, you already talked about this, but I think you issued, Sean, badges for them to enter the building. Once they would first go, all the workers would first go through security, do the regular clearance, and then be given a badge so that they could re-enter every day.
Correct.
Amanda, you mentioned that you had previously worked with APREDI. I'm just wondering, did they use subcontractors the last time you worked with them?
Yes, they did. Most of the self-performing work they do is on purchasing of product versus having their sub purchase. So they're really just there overseeing and making sure the work is moving through. Any
The
additional
only
questions?
thing, honestly, the only thing I would ask is a list of their subs, just so we have an idea on who's gonna be doing what here.
We can certainly ask for that.
If we get a bad sub, then we're gonna have a problem.
Amanda, can I just ask, is the priority to get the hallway and the new entrance features done first so that hopefully when we reopen for school in late August, that we are not shutting down a main hallway for students and staff to use?
Yeah, and I think part of our project kickoff meeting would be to have those exact conversations about how things need to be sequenced. If there's particular events that are happening that they need to be aware of where maybe they can't be as active as they would like to be, or they have to time how noisy they're going to be. Those are things that we can all discuss during the kickoff.
Thank you.
All right. Does anyone have any other questions for Amanda? I guess not.
Chairman, if I could just ask, when we do the motion, if we could just add the dollar amount to it, I think that would be better for the record.
Okay.
It's 2,476,000.
All right. I'm just trying to get to that. A lot of tabs open here.
And while he's looking at that, Terry, when I request the list of subcontractors, is it best to send that direct to you when I receive it?
Sure, and I'll just disseminate it to the committee.
Okay.
Okay. So can I get a motion for the building committee to move to recommend the Amity Board of Education approve that the Amity Construction Company bid for the high school library media center project at $2,476,000? Was that correct?
Correct. Yes.
Can I get that motion?
I saw Christian raise his hand as a first motion.
Sorry, I had it on mute. Yeah, sure, I'll make that motion. Thanks, Pat.
All right, thank you. And do we need a second for this?
I would put a second in, yeah.
All right, and can I get a second?
I'll second.
All right, and Steve. And Lisa, if you could call the roll.
Sure. Mr. DeRosa,
Yes.
Mr. Reed,
Yes.
Ms. Hulse,
Yes.
Ms. Loomis,
Yes.
Dr. Byers,
Yes.
Mr. Rowland,
Yes.
Mr. Martoni,
Yes.
Mr. Hauser,
Yes.
Mr. Clark,
Yes.
Mr. Young,
Yes.
Dr. Carlson,
Yes.
okay, motion carries.
Okay, well,
All right.
I appreciate everyone's time on this and for taking your time on this beautiful day. So without objection, I will adjourn the meeting and hope to see all of you soon.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Take care.
everybody.
Thank you,
Amanda.
everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.